And if it wasn't for the fact that we've made the internet in an unfree market way exempt from state sales taxes, the internet would be a huge goddamn fucking failure.
Blah, 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 blah. So basically, he counteracted his own earlier point, where he said that if we lessen taxation, because he compared Google to taxation, Google charging $1 to taxation, so he admits taxation is theft, and if...
I never said that, so I don't know. I don't even know how you can say I admit it's theft. I mean, if the government taxes, it spends the money on something useful. Google's tax just makes two little pricks billionaires, and the rest of the money is it's financing marketing. It's financing a bunch of labor that's completely unproductive. No human being can eat it or sleep in it or have sex with it or do a goddamn thing with this marketing nonsense. It's big fat ugly middlemen in the way between the line between consumption and production. It's just bullshit.
He admits taxation is theft, and then says it would increase the cost of doing business. Yep, that's right. We'd have less money because taxation is theft. Wow, you fuck.
Did anybody understand that? I didn't understand it. Taxation is theft. So if you don't tax, then you don't spend. Okay, so you don't build interstate highways, and you don't do anything else. No other infrastructure. The government doesn't take care of anything. No military, no anything. Okay, no Social Security, no programs whatsoever. I mean, that's your vision of utopia, but I don't think it's the average human being's vision of utopia.
You moron. Good shit. Alright, then he says you don't want to put capital in the hands of people who are primarily self-interested. All people are primarily self-interested. You are...
No, they're not. Okay? I mean, not when they do something as social policy. Okay? Then the interest is a community interest. So the self-interest is diminished because they see productive purpose in it. So they don't necessarily have to glean anything personal from it to think it's a good idea. You know, they could do something for the future when they're not even going to fucking exist. And, you know, people who are really old still vote because they obviously think there's something to invest in the future that might be worth doing that they're personally not going to gain from. Asshole.
I am. The government is. The businessmen are. All people are. So if you're not going to put capital in the hands of people that are primarily self-interested, then who the fuck are you going to put it in the hands of?
The workers and the society secondarily, okay? You know, the society, okay? We the people. It's a thing written in the Constitution, we the people. There's that such thing, and it can do better than greedy motherfuckers who are only looking to abuse and exploit the people.
Oh, people who are going to do it for the good of society. I'm sorry, pal, that's been done before, and it failed. It failed.
Ooh, what a great argument. And where was it done before? I mean, you're just going to bring up the old cliches, right? I mean, it's been done before Stalin. You know, been done before Castro. And that's how you're going to define reality, is to say, you know, that is the only way, that's the only modification you could ever make to any economic system. It's either that or this. There's nothing else possible. And you're going to completely ignore the Scandinavian and other European countries that have a higher standard of living than ours and are socialist. Asshole.
Socialism failed. Communism failed. It failed because all people are inherently corrupt. All government is inherently corrupt. That's why I support the...
Yeah, no, if you make a game with no rules, it will fall apart. It won't have any, it won't work. All right? So yes, we've made very poor games. We've created very poor rules over the game. And so the fact that we've ended up with pitiful results is no big fucking surprise, asshole.
The whole idea of a government that only really interferes if you're fucking someone else. And working for $8 an hour is not getting fucked.
Yeah, whatever. It's not about working for $8 an hour. It's about working for $8 an hour for an asshole who never did any work in his entire life to earn control of an economic system. So fuck you, deal with that issue first. Deal with who owns and how they acquired the ownership first. Then we can discuss what is a decent wage for a human being to be paid for work, and whether or not you're just exploiting the fact that there's an abundance of them.
You can quit that job and get another job.
Yeah, right. You quit that job, get another job for $8 an hour. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, tomorrow the capitalists could have everybody working for $8 an hour. I mean, that's what they really want to do. They want to make all labor cheap. And they're heading in that direction. So maybe someday you're going to be talking a little different when it starts happening to you.
Voluntary contract. You're too much of a fucking crybaby, and the people that are bitching about it are too much.
You're a simpleton. You think life is simple. Oh yeah, you just let it just happen. Like you know, put the bacteria in a petri dish and then just walk the fuck away, and somehow that's going to work. And it's just so stupid. There's no example of it working in all of human fucking goddamn history. It leaves abuse behind. It leaves disorder, chaos, inefficiency, waste. It's, you know, the world is a fucking pigsty, you asshole.
Sissified by our fucking coddling nanny state that can really succeed in this world. It's your fault. You don't have a good idea. The workers aren't the means of production. They're workers.
What does that mean? The workers aren't the means of production. They are workers. What the hell does that mean? All right? They are the one that accomplish the thing of value. They produce the value. And the leeches, the fat cats, the pigs, the capitalists who inherited their control just suck the blood of those workers. So you're going to sit there and tell me that's an elegant design? Fuck you. It's a crude stupid. It's a praying mantis. You're nothing but a praying mantis.
The owner is the means of production. He runs the fucking business. His workers are like equipment. Human beings aren't ears of corn? No, they aren't.
He said the human beings aren't ears of corn, if you couldn't hear him, because he can't fucking speak English. He's got to talk while he has the cigarette in his mouth. He actually has to talk while it's in his mouth, but he does it poorly. Ugh. So the workers are not ears of corn, but they're just workers. They're, you know, piles of dog shit. They're whatever, right? I mean, you probably have some other example of what they are.
But they are just workers. They serve no other function than slapping that part on the assembly line or whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's what they do. They're workers. That's their job. They do that. Workers. And he ends the video.
What the hell? Workers. Asshole.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You've obviously been reading the Communist Manifesto for too long.
Well, yeah, I read it when I was like 14, last time I ever picked it up, so, fuck you. Doesn't have any details in it, jackass.
It's sick. And you take a hypocritical stance within one video. I didn't have to do research, I didn't have to do shit about you.
Yeah, and you never touched the two fundamental issues in all the videos, which was bankruptcy and inheritance. Never touched those.
Other than the fact that I know you're a Holocaust denier, which is ridiculous. You're ridiculous. You take a fucking stupid stance on everything. The most ridiculous, retarded stance that you can on every possible, conceivable issue.
Yeah, well, like I said, it was really stupid to say that to somebody who's already in court. Okay, so fuck you, alright? You're sued.
Every fucking one. What? And then you'd be more than happy if we all just vaporized. So would a Hitler.
Yeah, so would King James or King John or King whoever, you know, all your favorite players of history, right? All your favorite emperors. Ha 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 ha. Pharaoh. Ha ha ha.
Awesome. He was a socialist too, though. National Socialist Party.
Yeah, well, every king believed in inheritance, every emperor, every pharaoh, so they're right up your line.
Alright, Inmendham, you're a fucking tool. Have a nice day.
You're a bad crap. I mean, a real lumpy, skanky, stinging, hard crap. That's what you are. Okay, signing off. So enough said. I mean, Jesus, can you just make an argument? I mean, really, can't you talk about something with a little bit of detail? It's really uninteresting to have just an argument that's going to be based on nothing but, you know, simplistic insults. Fucking asshole.